Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. In my last video, I did show you how to invest in some of the most bullish blockchains even as a complete beginner. But you might still be wondering, okay, but how much can I earn? So that's what we will address on this video. I'm going to show you all the factors that will definitely influence your rewards. So we are here on Solana, and I sorted this out by the most traded token pair, or at least the one which has the highest volume. It's Solana paired with USDC. This is one of the pairs that I showed you in my previous video, how you can use this to invest in this case in Solana and earn some passive income on it. So the volume on this pool is 162 million. The liquidity is 31 million. The higher the volume, the better. And this volume to liquidity ratio, it's just mind blowing. I mean, in this case, we're looking at a volume which is something around 5-6x the amount of the liquidity. Like I said, the higher the better, so this is performing really well. The thing about the volume is all of this money flowing through, there will be a percentage that will be paid out for liquidity providers. That percentage is determined by the pool fee tier. Usually we can see that here on Gecko Terminal. Sometimes they show the pool fee tier right in front of the liquidity pair. When that's not the case, we can definitely click on the liquidity pool. So in this case, it doesn't seem to be showing. Sometimes it's showing here the pool fee tier, or sometimes it will show here, for example, other pools trading. This pair here has a fee tier of 0.01%. It's on Radium, but you see there are some who shows that and others, most of them right now, they're not showing. That's not that much of a big of a deal. We can always go to, for example, on Orca. We know that this is the most traded pool. So let's go on Orca and see what pool fee tiers are available for this pair. Okay, once on Orca, we can click on pools and it's already showing here. It's the first pair. It has a 0.04% fee tier, meaning that every transaction going through this pool, buying Solana by using USDC or selling Solana for USDC, any transaction that uses this pool will pay 0.04% as a fee that will be used to pay out for liquidity providers. So for example, if you want to add liquidity to this pool, you click it, you can go full or custom range, and whatever you choose, it will also have an impact on your rewards, on your APR. So if you go full range, there's pros and cons to it, of course. Pros, you don't have to manage a thing. You'll receive fees whatever Solana's price will be. While on custom, you'll have to set up a range, and whenever the price is outside of the chosen range, you stop generating fees. Although you can always take your liquidity out of the pool whenever you want. There's no locking periods. You're completely free to join in the markets, leave the markets. It's definitely up to you. So the tighter the range will be, the higher your APR will be. The wider, the lower the APR. That's why full range pays you the least amount when it comes to fees. This is as wide as it can be, right? It will generate you fees regardless of Solana's token price. Now, once you go custom, I would advise you to go at least with 10%, at the very least. 20% would be much better. And you then need to check your position. If you're going out of range every day, do not try to go and chase yields and keep adjusting your position. Likely you'll lock in permanent loss, and then you'll think it's not worth it. So look at this as a long-term type of investment, all right? Set a wide range, let it sit for a month, set 20% for example, let it sit for a month, and then see if you're happy with the results. You can claim your rewards at any point in time. Now, to sum things up, the factors that will influence how much you will receive as rewards will be the volume to liquidity ratio, the pool fee tier, and then the type of range that you want to select. From these three aspects, the only two you can control are the pool fee tier, because you can choose the pool where you deposit. You can choose a pool with a higher fee tier, or you can also choose a pool with a lower fee tier. So that is under your control. The same thing goes for a range. That's under your control. The only thing you don't have control on is the market. How much volume is in it? Is the market very active today or not? How much liquidity is there in the pool? That's something that is determined by the full spectrum of users who are being market makers and depositing into the pool. So you don't have control on that. And usually, depending on the DEX that you choose, you'll always have an estimated yield. Here on Orca, you can see this for the 30 days, or you can even set up, let me go back, for a different metric. You can see how much predictably you can earn in a matter of 7 days or in a matter of a whole year. Of course, this will account to be constantly non-stop generating fees. So if you go out of range, of course, you won't meet these type of results. What they're doing here is showing you a future projection based on the past 24-hour results, all right? And we're just using Orca as an example, but the same thing applies for every other DEX out there. PancakeSwap, Uniswap, it's the same thing, all right, guys? Now let's move on, and I'm gonna show you how to use Crystal and METRIX Finance, a couple of different tools where you can sort of turn this APR into predictable gains because they show you the results in dollars. All right, so right now they're not showing here the best blue chip pools. Likely that trading pair would be shown here, but we can use some other example. This is just to show you how to use the profits calculator here with Crystal. So let's go with some other pair here. For example, let's use this one, AIXBT paired with Solana. So once you choose a specific pool, you'll have all the information here. You see the fee tier, 0.25%. Then you can select your range. This will also influence the price, of course. And then you just need to come here on deposit liquidity, and depending on how much you want to deposit, they will simulate your estimated earnings here. So for the next 24 hours, $10,000 would generate $17 in fees, which comes up to $522 a month or $6,351 in a year. So it's like what I said before. What is under your control is the pool in which you select to deposit. Each pool will have a specific fee tier. The TVL will also influence how many rewards you'll get, because the fees that the pool generates will be proportionally distributed to liquidity providers. So if you have 10% of this pool, if you deposit $70K here, you'll earn 10% of the fees. So you'd be earning $120 for the performance of the pool in the past day, okay? The volume is also something you don't have control, like we mentioned already. So if you put up here $70,000, you'll see the estimated rewards are adding up to that, like we just saw. $122, that would be your estimated fees. You will earn fees in the shape of both tokens in the pair, okay? And this is how you can use Crystal to have an idea of the type of rewards you'll get daily, monthly, or even yearly. Now let's move on to METRIX, another tool which you can use for free. Actually, here on METRIX, they have more DEXs available on Solana compared with Crystal. And likely we will find the token pair that we started with. So yeah, USDC paired with Sol. That's the one we were looking at. We're gonna click simulate. So by default, we have $1,000 as a deposit. That would generate us $1.15. And monthly, that would be 3.4% of our deposit. So we would earn on a month over $34, and in a year we would earn 42% of our deposit, so $420. Again, this is counting for fees generating non-stop and based on the performance of this pool for the past day, okay? Now if we come down and if we select different ranges, things will adjust. So if we tighten up the range, we'll earn more. You see now it went up to $4 a day, 147% yearly APR, and 12% monthly APR. And this is how very simply you can use the calculators on METRIX or on Crystal for you to have an idea of how much you can earn in a specific liquidity pool. Play around with ranges, play around with deposit amounts, and find something that fits you. Tomorrow I'll do a video in more depth about the same topic, going in more detail about each of the aspects. If that's something you want to see, like and subscribe for more. You'll get links in the description, even for METRIX Finance. If you want to use the pro version, use my referral link. It will get you the first 5 days for free. This is a great liquidity manager. If you want to use the free version, it's still really helpful. Or you can use Crystal. Crystal is completely free as well. Actually, it's not completely free because they will charge you a small percentage of your profits whenever you manage your position from their dashboard, from their application. They will take a small cut. It's going to be a fraction of your profits. Other than that, you don't have to pay a monthly fee or anything to use the platform. At the same time, if you want to know more about yield farming, generate crypto passive income, check out the Underdog investor group. I'll have a referral link that will get you 20% off on your first month. It will get you access to a community oriented for yield farming, free resources. So it's a good place to go, share ideas, get more knowledge, level up your DeFi yield farming game. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. Keep exploring crypto. I'm gonna drop tomorrow another video in more depth about the same topic. Stay tuned for that. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.